Greetings everyone, this is Arpan. I am an intern at Intellify, and in this video we are going to discuss about histograms and bar graphs in Matplotlib. So let us begin with histograms. Histograms are used to display statistical information about the frequency of data items, that is the distribution of numerical data. We use histograms when we need to count the variable in a plot. We need the count of a variable in a plot. For example, particular number of games sold in a store. So here is an example of histograms. You can see there is a bin value and there is a frequency value. Bin values means the range in which the amount we are taking. So here we are taking 0 to 20, 21 to 25, and the frequency of numbers that fall between this range are counted in frequency. That is 1, 8, 2, and so on. So let us begin by importing the library. We start by importing our major libraries Matplotlib and NumPy. Now we define x as an array of 10 values with values such as 10, 20, 30 and 40, all falling in different ranges. Now we pass x value in the hist function of Matplotlib. Bins, as mentioned above, will be about the slot or range. In our case it will be 4, since there are 4 different types of values present in our x array. So our function will be plt.hist method, where the first value will be our array x, bins will be equal to 4. We can define the edge color, which will be this one. Here it is black and it will be white, and the width of our graph. We define y label as frequency. Now let us see our graph. So here you can see that our histogram has been plotted with values of 10, 20, 30 and 40 with a width of 5, and here you can see the frequencies, that the value of 10 is having a frequency of 4, 20 is having a frequency of 3, 30 is having a frequency of 2 and 40 is having a frequency of 1. Y-axis frequency tells about the frequency of occurrence of numbers in array X. So next we are going to talk about combination of multiple histograms. Here we will plot two histograms in the same graph. So for plotting two histograms, we define two data sets X and Y, or an arrays of having 10 values each, ranging from 10 to 40. So here you can see the values 10, 20, 30, 40, and in the Y you can see 40, 30, 20, 10. So we will load this data set. Now we will use two plt.hist function, once for X and one for Y, and we will give bins equal to 4 as there are 4 different types of data. Edge color is equal to white. We are giving different widths for each of them because we want to distinguish them in the graph, and we will give them labels for plotting a legend. We'll give label X and Y for X and Y respectively. We'll give Y label of frequency, and now let us see this graph. So here you can see in the graph that our histogram has been plotted for both X and Y, where X is represented by blue bars and Y is represented by orange bars. So here you can analyze that the value of 10 is having a frequency of 4 in the X data and is having a frequency of 1 in Y. So here you can see, you can verify that X is having 10 times 4 times 10, and Y is having 1 time 10. So similarly for the rest of data 20, 30 and 40, we are plotting the histogram for X and Y. So our next topic is bar graph. Many people commonly confuse bar graph with histograms. Let us see how is it different from histogram. Bar graph plot shows the distribution of data over several groups. It helps in comparing multiple numeric values, and it is used to compare between several groups. Now let us define our two arrays X and Y, where X is the category and Y is the value for the respective category. So here you can see that the category 1 has a value of 70, category 2 has a value of 24, and similarly for 3 and 4. Now let us load this data. Now our values for x and y is loaded. Now let us plot a simple bar graph. For plotting a bar graph in Matplotlib, we use a simple plt.bar method. In plt.bar method, our basic inputs are x, which is our x category, y, which is our y category, the value for the respective categories, and width is equal to 0.4. We can give any value according to your choice as the width of our bar graph. So here you can see that our bar graph has been plotted. On the x-axis we have values of 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the y-axis and the graph has been plotted as for 1 we have a value of 70, for 2 we have a value of 24, and similarly for 3 and 4. Now let us add features to this bar graph. So here we define tick labels. Tick labels are nothing but the labels of our bars. Here we define our tick labels as 1, 2, 3, 4 as our respective numerical numbers. Then we will use plt.bar method again, and here we will give the same xy and width is equal to 0.4. Here we give tick labels is equal to tick labels as we have defined tick labels over here 1, 2, 3, 4 for our 4 values in the x category, and we will give the color orange and blue. Now we'll give plt.x label for our x-axis, y label, and the title of our graph. And now let us see this graph. So here you can see that the same graph has been plotted. Here are our tick labels 1, 2, 3, 4, our title, and the y-axis. Now we can draw the same graph. So instead of vertical bars, we will having horizontal bars. For plotting of horizontal bars, we will use plt.bar h, where h stands for horizontal, and almost all the values will be same except for width. Instead of width we use here height, which serves the same function. So let us run this value. So here you can see that our graph bar chart has been plotted, and here is our tick labels 1, 2, 3, 4, x-axis, y-axis, and the same value has been plotted. For 1 is equal to, it is 70, 2 it is 24, and so on. Next we are going to learn about plotting multiple bar graph. So here is an example of multiple bar graph where two categories July and August, the values of say in July and August has been plotted in consecutive weeks, and so these types of graphs are helpful for comparing and data analysis. Let us now learn how to create a vertical multiple bar graph. To create a vertically multiple bar graphs, we use the bar method twice and pass the arguments, and we mention the index and the width of our bar graphs in order to horizontally stack them together. So we define x as our index, which ranges from 0 to 4. Now we define the data for the x-axis, and we define two data, blue and orange, and we have an array of 4 values which we will be plotting in the bar graph. Now that the value of blue is 70, 24, 36, 48, and orange is 34, 56, 12, 67. Now we will give a figure size, bigger figure for better representation, and then we predefine the width which is equal to 0.3. Now we will be plotting by using two bar methods. First we define the index x, then the value is equal to blue, which is an list. Now we will give the width is equal to 0.3 here, and then we will give it a label as blue. Now in the second plt.bar we'll give x plus width. So basically we are just shifting the x values by the width 0.3. Then we will give the value orange and the same width 0.3 for our bar graphs, and the label is equal to orange. We'll give the plt.title graph. Now we will give the tick value text value in the x-axis, which is 1 2 3 4, which will be in the position of x plus width by 2. So it will be in the middle position of this one. Now we'll give legend for this label blue and orange, and we will give LOC is equal to best, which will find the best location and place the legends there. Now let us run this code to see our graph. So here you can see our vertically stacked bar graph. Here you can see that the values of 1 2 3 4 are our x value, and this is our data. So this is helpful for comparison. Now let us learn about stacked bar graph. So what is a stacked bar graph? Where the values of different categories are stacked on top of each other. So this is also helpful for data analysis. Now let us learn how we can create a vertically stacked bar. So to vertically stack the bar graphs together, we can use the argument bottom and mention the bar graph which we want to stack below as its value. So the procedure is similar as the previous one. We will define the x values, the blue bar, the orange bar, figure size, width. While plotting plt.bar method, the first one is same, where we will give the index, the blue bar, width, and label is equal to blue. In the second plt.bar method, we'll give the index x, the value orange bar, width, label is equal to orange, and here is the trick for stacking. So we define bottom is equal to, and we can define anything, like we can give blue or orange. So in this graph we will having blue in the bottom and orange in the top, and similarly we are giving the text values 1 2 3 4 and the location value also. Now let us see this graph. So here you can see the graph. The blue has been stacked in the bottom, and the orange values have been stacked on top of it. So that was stacked bar graph. So in this module we learned about histograms, plotting multiple histograms, bar graphs, featuring bar graphs, horizontal and vertical bar graphs, multiple bar graphs, and the and stacked bar graphs. So in the next lecture we'll be learning about scatter plot and line plot. So stay tuned. Thank you.